Today we're doing a unboxing video of Edelbrock's brand new ProFlo-4 EFI fuel injection system. This is a test model, a beta test if you will. This is a pre-production unit. They get these out to guys in the field to get some hands-on experience, some consumer experience, and for us to provide feedback to Edelbrock on things that they can change, things that might become problematic. Get this all handled out, ironed out before they go into production. This particular kit doesn't even have a part number yet. I'm still waiting on installation instructions, which should be here today, so we can do our install. So let's take a look and see what makes the ProFlo-4 different than, say, the outgoing ProFlo-3 system. So let's open it up and see what we got. Well, right away, first things may not seem so obvious, but we have a new application. This is the ProFlo-4 fuel injection system for LS1, 2, 6, LM7s, LQ4, or any LS series motor with cathedral port heads. This utilizes a Victor Jr. intake manifold, a 1000 CFM throttle body. As you can see, the unit comes pre-assembled with sensors installed, fuel rails, injectors all ready to go. So this is exciting because this is a new application that Edelbrock hasn't offered in the past. So they typically do the small block and the big block Chevy. So remember, Edelbrock makes manifolds for virtually anything: AMC, Buick, Pontiac, your Fords, of course all your Chevys, Mopar, you name it, they got it. So the nice thing is if they make a manifold for it, I'm sure they can eventually get around to making a fuel injection system. So they have the capability, and this is where they show that they're willing to use it. So cathedral port heads, ready to go. Just set this down here. And let's see what we got in the rest of the box. Okay. Intake gaskets. Moly Original, so some quality components here. This is what you're going to see as an idea, just the beginning of what you have as far as components go from Edelbrock. So they like to use OE stuff because you're buying a quality product here. We've got an O2 sensor. This unit uses a single O2 sensor, much like the previous units. Again, factory sensors. This is not just something that's proprietary to Edelbrock. You can get sensors from Edelbrock, but there's also OE applications for this stuff. So it's always going to be available and supported. Little bag here. Got some sensors here. Looks like a coolant temp sensor. Now this is one thing that I noticed right away. LS motors typically use a 12 millimeter sensor that threads into the cylinder head. This looks a little big to me, but I don't know. I don't know. I do have an adapter just in case, but it would be nice that they would provide one for a 12 millimeter, but again, it's an OE application. Got some other sensors here. O2 sensor bung, if you don't already have one. Looks like a return spring, some pigtail. This unit comes with a tablet, so there's a USB cord, probably for the tablet system there. Speaking of the tablet, you have a cigarette lighter plug to power that up, and a wall charger for it as well. We'll get into the harnesses. The harnesses are very, very nice. This is an injector harness. Everything's well marked, well wrapped, factory style. Everything's tagged. All your injectors here, injector numbers are on them. So there's no they take the guesswork out of it. Another harness as well. This is the this looks like we got coil plugs here. Again, left and right coil plugs. I don't know if you can see that. IAC, you got cam position sensor, crank position sensor. Again, everything's well marked, well wrapped, factory style connectors. They really did their homework on this. This is looking really, really nice. Now we step to the main harness. You got your relay there. Looks like a fuse holder for the system. Some plugs there. Looks like a injection sensors, O2 sensor plug there. Nice weather pack, latching factory style module sensor there. Looks like maybe a diagnostic port. I'm not really sure what that's for. Got everything well marked. You got your battery ground, positive, and things like that. They really did their homework on this. They really put a lot of effort in this stuff. They even throw in, ta-da, some little zip ties just in case. And now where all the magic happens. This is the difference between, everything here looks similar to what you would see in a ProFlo 3. But again, except for the exception of the application, obviously, with the LS. But here is the big difference. The ProFlo 3 had a kind of a larger box, cover over it, anodized, bright, real pretty. But this one is fully potted. It's a ProFlo-4 system. I don't know if you can see that there. Fully potted, fully sealed, shock resistant, heat resistant, waterproof. You can mount this in the engine compartment. This one's going to go where my other module was, right on the firewall. And then, of course, that's where that latching bracket, that latching plug goes in, is right there. So that is a nice unit. It's much more compact. So if you're hiding it or trying to place it somewhere stealthy, there you go. It's going to be, you know, obviously a smaller footprint, thinner profile, real nice unit there. Now, this connects to your tablet or smartphone via Bluetooth. So you're not going to have to run a cord into or plug it into anything. I noticed that other serial port. I don't know exactly what that was for. Maybe we'll find out later. This unit came with a tablet. Actually a very nice one, made by Acer. It's got a camera, expansion port, everything else. It's got the software. I've powered it up, kind of cheating here. It's got the app already pre-installed by Edelbrock. Let's go back here. This is the eTuner. What do we got here? Anyways, you've got your eTuner settings there. Setup wizard, gauge display, ECU settings, diagnostics mode, pairing settings, advanced tunings. You can activate demo mode. Let's see here. Let's press the check mark demo mode. You can go in this, demo mode OK. You can look at gauge displays, eTuner. So you got a lot of cool stuff you can look at here. You go back here, digital display. You got all the stuff that you can monitor, closed loop, fan control. There's a fan control function on this as well. Really neat system, EFI dashboard. You've got all your goodies there, your fuel ratios, your TAC, your vacuum, coolant temp, all the kind of cool stuff like that. So that's really nice. Now that app is available for a smartphone and or a tablet. So you can use that to monitor the system when you're driving and setting it up and doing tuning, or heck, playing games on if you wanted to. This is going to be replacing an MSD throttle body system that I also use with a Edelbrock ignition control box for the LS motor. Now, MSD's EFI system will control ignition if the motor has a distributor. But unfortunately, LS motors in this case don't have distributors. So ignition has to be controlled by a separate box, so the two never talk to each other. The system worked pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. But I always had this inkling that I was leaving something on the table, that I wasn't getting the full potential of the engine combination. I basically have gone from carburetor to throttle body, now to direct port injection, which I'm very excited about. So hopefully this is going to come out really well. This is going on an LM7 5.3 liter truck motor, basically stock bottom end, just some valve spring upgrades, push rod upgrades, and a mild camshaft. So really excited to see what our end results. We'll be doing another video with what we're going to be replacing this with, the removal, the first startup, as well as the first drive, and then the final impression. Very exciting stuff coming from Edelbrock with the new ProFlo-4 system, new application that I've been waiting for a couple of years at least. So stay tuned.